Naman po, pansinin din po natin ngayong umaga ang napunang discrepancies, Bishop Chito, dun sa SALN o isinumiting Statement of Assets, Liabilities and Net Worth ni Vice President Sara Duterte Carpio kumpara po dun sa bank transactions na dumaan sa accounts nilang mag-asawa. Itong si Attorney Manasseh Campio or Carpio. Ito po ay sa pagpapatuloy ng pagdinig ng House Committee on Justice para tukuyin kung may probable cause ang impeachment case na kinakaharap ng pangalawang Pangulo. Kaugnay nito, nabalitaan naman natin na kinasuhan ni Attorney Mans Carpio ang ilang opisyal ng Anti-Money Laundering Council, Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas at ilang mambabatas kaugnay ng paglalabas ng umano'y bank transaction records sa House Justice Panel at iginiit ni Attorney Carpio na nilabag ng nabanggit na Bank Secrecy Law, Data Privacy Act at Anti-Money Laundering Act. Nanindigan naman ng ilang kongresista na walang nilabag na batas ang paglalabas ng impormasyon dahil bahagi ito ng proseso ng impeachment at saklaw ng accountability mechanism. So, Bishop Chito, pakilala natin ang ating bisita ngayon.
Opo, welcome po sa ating programa si Attorney Bien Lawrence Gabato, Law Professor and Constitutional Law Lecturer. So, welcome po sa ating Oras na Pilipinas.
Attorney Bien, good morning.
Good morning po. Good morning na po, Bishop, at sa lahat ng mga nakikinig sa inyo dito sa DCAS AM 702.
Yes po. Oo. So, ano po bang talaga yung sinasaad po ng atin pong batas dahil meron pong mga kalituhan magkaiba po yung pinanggagalingan ng magkabilang panig. Sabi po ng House Justice Panel, hindi naman talaga bank records yung kanilang pinasabina, kundi covered transactions and suspicious transactions po nung mag-asawa na Vice Presidente Sara at Attorney Mans Carpio. Can you enlighten us on this po, Attorney Bien?
Okay, kasi yung pinasabina ng House Committee on Justice kasi, of course, these are information coming from the Anti-Money Laundering Council. Now, well, come to think of it na lang as like this. Si Anti-Money Laundering Council, namomonitor niya lahat ng bank transactions ng lahat ng taong merong bank accounts. Okay? So kahit ako, kahit kayo, kung tutusin, alam ng you would assume that AMLA knows what is in your bank, what are your transactions in your bank. Pero syempre, hindi nila pwedeng i-disclose yun. They can only note lang if these are only covered transactions or suspicious transactions. Kasi syempre, paano mo masasabing kasi ganito, yung covered transactions kasi yun yung nire-require kasi ng anti-money laundering law at saka ng mga circulars ng BSP na dapat i-reveal ng bank yung transaction. Now, yung covered transactions kasi it's not necessarily yung dalawa, it's not necessarily it's not necessarily na illegal na siya agad. Okay? Example, covered transactions, may binenta kang lupa, okay? Nagkaroon kayo ng transaction sa lupa, nagbentahan kayo, dideposit mo yung pera. Syempre magiging siyang covered kasi kailangan i-declare mo yun i-declare na hindi yung mga customers, hindi yung bank, hindi yung mga account holders, yung bank mismo needs to declare that with the ALMC. They have to declare that na may ganong transactions. Ganun din sa suspicious transactions. Example, biglang nagkaroon ka ng 1 billion sa bank account, di ba? Doon ngayon magpa-flag siya as suspicious. Now, of course, these are just nominations of transactions. Now, whether or not it's yung covered, madali ma-prove. Now, whether or not it's suspicious or not, of course, it's something that has to be proven pa. Okay? So, doon papasok yung evidence. Now, syempre, nung binadala nila sa House Committee on Justice yon, syempre, when they subpoenaed those transactions, syempre, medyo malaki yung amount So, syempre, magkakaroon ka ng parang questions that bakit may ganitong transactions? And, of course, i-relate mo ngayon siya. Syempre, public officer siya, vice president siya, di ba? So magkakaroon ka ngayon ng doubt. Sandali, bakit may ganitong transaction to na malaki na dumaan sa bangko? Di ba? Of course, it's up to them, of course, na paano nila i-defend, okay? Kung ano ba talaga yung transaction. But, of course, with what we have right now, it would seem that why are you playing with this amount of money when in fact you are a public officer, 'di ba? Para magkakaroon ka ngayon ng doubts, 'di ba? If you are looking at what we are listening dun sa, especially the past 2 weeks dun sa investigation, 'di ba? Dun sa Kongreso.
Attorney, ang isa hong mainit na pinag-uusapan ngayon based doon sa SALN ng ating Vice President ay yung walang non-declaration of cash and cash in bank. No? Now, ang sinasabi ng attorney nila is that kasama yun sa others. Ako po ay I'm a certified public accountant and I've been doing accounting for so many years before. Ang problema kasi dito na sinasabi na sinasangayunan ko kasi sa accounting, general accepted accounting principles, hindi mo pwedeng ilagay sa others ang cash at saka cash in bank. Kasi ito ang unang items dun sa current assets when you do the financial reporting eh. At ang problema pang isang malaki dito is ang sinasabi nga ng attorney nila is yung nakalagay sa AMLAC ay inflow and outflow. Kaya lang, pag kinuha mo yung net inflow, ay napakalaki na ibig sabihin, doon sa mga transactions, may malaking naiwan doon sa pumasok at lumabas na hindi nakalagay sa SALN and way beyond the amount of what was declared in the SALN. So ano po ang masasabi nyo dito?
Okay, for now, sa ngayon kasi dahil 'di ba nasa house level pa lang ang ating investigasyon eh. Syempre ano ba ang purpose ng house? The purpose of the house now is to determine whether or not pwedeng iakyat yung kaso sa Senado. Okay. Actually, yung pinag-uugatan nung pagkontra, syempre ni Attorney Carpio, yung husband ni Vice President, stems from the fact that ang nag-iimbestiga kasi is the House Justice Committee, 'di ba? Yun yung pinag-uugatan niya, kaya siya nag-file ng kaso nung Monday kasi ang feeling niya bakit ni-reveal yung laman ni-reveal yung even dun yung concept of covered or suspicious transactions coming from in their name, bakit nilabas nila sa isang hearing. Syempre ang katwiran ng House Committee, this is part of the impeachment proceedings. But of course, the tricky part is this. Right now kasi, ang kailangan lang namang gawin ng House, mag-create lang sila ng yung perception. Hindi ko pwede sabihin perception kasi ang pinag-uusapan natin dito, ebidensya eh. Pero syempre, yung mga documents na present ng AMLA, of course you can consider that as possible evidence na eh, di ba? Kasi pinatawag nila, pinasampinan nila. What I'm saying is they just want to establish first that there might be suspicion. Now, whether or not we're going to determine na yung deeper items, di ba? Kasi sa accounting, I'm not an accountant, pero of course I'm reading financial statements eh. Siyempre, kailangan mong i-itemize yun. Kasi titingnan mo lahat yun yung amounts eh. I think that would be, ang kailangan lang naman, mairaos muna ng House yan, mairaos nila, maiakit nila sa Senate. Actually, sa Senate, pwede nilang kalkalin na yan. Hindi na nila maki-question yung, hindi na nila maki-question yung authority ng Senate eh, na kalkalin isa-isa yung bank. Pwede mo nang pasampina yung bank transaction eh. Kasi of course, it's now an impeachment trial. The process is that the impeachment trial will now have this parang court. Mayroon na siyang powers to act as a impeachment court eh. So, hindi na makokontra yung kasi ngayon inago-object sila kasi nasa House Committee eh. Yun yung ginagawa ngayon ng kampo nila BP Sara. Pero syempre pag umakyat na yan syempre if you're the lawyer for BP Sara or syempre si Attorney Carpio is a lawyer. Syempre if you want to ang tawag dito, kung gusto mo mawala yung kaso, 'di ba? Syempre sa una pa lang hanapan mo na agad ng butas. So yun yung ginagawa naman niya. Of course that's his role eh. I mean, syempre kung ikaw naharap sa ganyang issue, yun naman talaga gagawin mo eh. Syempre hangga't maaari at the earliest opportunity, you try to kill the story eh. Diba?
Pero ang isa nga pong napapansin, 'di ba, Bishop Chito and Attorney, ay parang dito nga sa hakbang nung side ng Bise, ay hindi nila totally pinapasinungalingan
Oo nga.
yung existence ng
Yun ang
ganong
problema.
kalaking cash inflow at outflow.
Hindi
Actually,
naman,
can I
hindi po
comment?
sa pumapanig tayo sa one side or another. Sinasabi lang namin sa atin yung naririnig namin at ang pinag-uusapan nga nila, instead na mag-justify, ay ang ginagawa nila, pilit pinipigil. So, wala akong explanation. Pangalawa, nagsimula rin ito kay ex-Senator Trillanes. Pero pagdating sa demanda, hindi kasali si Trillanes. Ang nakademanda ngayon ay mga AMLAC officers,
BSP and ilang
mambabatas. So, ito yung mga pinag-uusapan ng tao na parang nakukulangan sa paliwanag. Kaya nagkakaroon ng mga samot-saring pag-uusap tungkol dito.
Attorney.
Yes, actually ganito ang ano ko lang, view ko lang diyan eh. If we're going to talk of a legal strategy, actually the legal strategy there is not to talk actually. Napansin nyo, 'di ba, hindi nagsasalita. Actually it's a legal strategy eh. Actually I even find yung pag-file ng case last Monday is a bit parang I mean as a practitioner, I'm also perplexed kasi but nag-file kasi ganito yan. Let's say I'm the counsel for the BP. I'm not really going to,
File a case.
file a countersuit right now eh. I think if you're going to ask me, my strategy is just to weather the storm, but if you're going to go on the offensive now, actually the risk is, diba, like nung sinabi niyo po, ma'am, di ba, pag nag-file ka, parang umaamin ka eh. Na may tinatago ka. Or sabihin natin, that's not your intention. But the perception is, you do not want to present something eh. You're trying to prevent something to listen, di ba? I'm just a remote example. Medyo hindi makarelate yung mga bata. Remember yung na-impeach si Richard Nixon noong 70s, di ba? Di ba, na-expose, di ba, that there were secret tape conversations between him and other staff. He was recording all of the conversations in the White House. Di ba, nung una, kinontra niya, di ba? Kinontra niya, challenge niya na sandali, these are confidential information, although it's a recording, it's confidential. Pero di ba, ano ba sabi ng Supreme Court ng United States? Hindi po pwedeng i-withheld yung mga records na yan, di ba? Kasi hindi ka pwede mag-invoke ng privilege mo. Kaya di ba, ano nangyari, na-parasign bigla si Nixon, di ba? That's what happened eh. I mean, what I'm saying is, looking for a legal redress has its own risk eh. Dito, I find it very risky because,
Fanning the flame.
you have the, if you said, okay, I'm going to file against the officers of the ALMC and of course some
BSP.
members of Congress, why are you filing that? You do not want to reveal anything. I think that's the risk there. That's I think the risk that the BP is going to have eh. And of course I can always say that, well, of course, diskarte na nila yun eh. Diba? Hindi natin alam. We don't want to but we can only infer, diba? From what we see on the radio, diba? And TV, diba? Ano ba talaga? Of course, meron tayo eh, doon sa mga nangyayari. But of course, we can comment because these are things that are this is imbued with public interest.
At meron ngayong araw na to. This is the last day of the hearing.
Oo nga, meron talaga.
Oh, yes.
Oo. At go ahead, Bishop.
Actually, it's fanning the flame. Had he not done this, siguro mas tumahimik pa eh. Kaya lang because he filed the case, the more it created a lot of interest among both sides ba. Kasi naglalaban na ngayon eh. Tapos yun pa ang isa, ang sinasabi ng iba, kaya daw ayaw demanda si Trillanes kasi lalong lalaki yung issue. Anyway, ito po yung problema. On the accounting side, hindi hindi tama yung sinasabi nilang others kasi hindi ho yun accepted sa generally accepted accounting principles eh. Cash and the cash equivalents are supposed to be declared. So yun ang sa accounting. Kaya yun ang kanilang i-justify ngayon pagdating sa hearing.
May isang last point na lang ako, Attorney Vian, kasi kung talagang ipupush yung sinasabi nga ng camp ni VP na against sila dun sa disclosure ng kanilang cash inflow and outflows, edi parang wala na rin pong matutuloy na impeachment dun sa ground na unexplained wealth, kung tama yung sinasabi ng kampo ng VP. Parang ganun po ba yun?
Hindi, with what Congress has now in hand, okay? For now, if you go, this is just speculation. Of course, this is up to the plenary what to do next week eh. Kasi next week yata magkaka-session ulit eh. Of course, whatever they have right now, tanda natin ang kung pinakikinggan natin yung mga house hearings the past few weeks, 'di ba? Even yung before nag-start sila mag-investigate. They're just trying to reach a certain weight of evidence lang. To show kasi 'di ba because of the decision of the Supreme Court 'di ba last year, nire-require na at least magkaroon sila ng parang investigation and all of that eh. I mean that's part of the of course they followed it eh. I think they followed it naman. May hinahabol sila na weight of evidence lang para pag inakyat at transmit sa Senate, pwede nang baga doon magsa-start yung magsa-start off. So if there would example yung sinasabi ni Bishop about yung mga why are you putting some items into something which is not proper, diba? That's the point naman there eh. Ma-expose na yun sa impeachment trial. It's just that we have to really wait that it goes up to the Senate for impeachment trial. Now,
yun ang ini-establish ngayon sa House.
Yes, but whether or not
probable cause.
Yes, but whether or not kasi syempre may mga final sila sa Supreme Court din, 'di ba? Yung kampo nila BP may final. Of course, it would now depend as to whether or not they're going to grant it or not. That's something that we have to wait. Diba? Kasi I think naman this is just an observation. Ever since nagkaroon ng decision last year, diba? I mean, even the legal community is a bit divided on the issue on how the Supreme Court decided on the case. Eh. So of course, if this is another thing this is another issue that was raised in the Supreme Court. Now, of course, all eyes are also with the Supreme Court because you have to know what would be their kasi may basis na doon sa may sinabi na silang guidelines. Congress the House of Representatives is just following the guidelines. Okay, now whether or not they went into the guidelines or they overstep as alleged by the camp of the Vice President, I don't know how the Supreme Court will now decide on that. Of course, that's something that we still have to wait kasi sabi naman din ng House, kung ano man ang desisyon ng Supreme Court, they're also going to respect it naman eh. I think they're on record on that. Okay, but syempre but going not looking first at the possible petitions before kasi kung magti-TR or not eh. Note last year, there was no TRO but the Supreme Court decided in favor of the Vice President, diba? Note niyo yun. So, hindi necessarily, kasi diba parang last week they're celebrating walang TRO, but they should not be overconfident. Actually, before, alam ko medyo short na yung time natin, actually yun lang yung, ang point ko lang din, and as I've been explaining this even last year, naging overconfident kasi yung Congress eh nung first time na they tried to impeach the Vice President. They thought that numbers are enough eh.
Pero na 1-year bar.
Yes, but well the Supreme Court has spoken. I think naman I view it that Congress should be diligent then on their part. They should not rely so much on their powers. At least they try to do some backup eh. So pag umakyat man ng Supreme Court, meron silang depensa or they're more justified than the petitioner. Yun lang naman ang nakikita ko lang the last time eh.
Oo.
I don't want to play it as an issue on power, but it's more on preparation eh. As much as possible, if you really want to prove something against a person, I think it entails preparation. Ganun din naman sa practice eh, sa legal
Yes,
practice.
yes.
You have to establish everything, 'di ba?
Yes,
Kung ikaw
yes.
yung magfa-file, kung may kakasuhan ka, pa-file mo talagang kinumit niya yung crime. 'Yun lang naman na sa akin eh. We do not yung Congress kasi they over-relied on their power eh. Dapat, and I think that's what the House Committee on Justice is trying to do now. 'Di ba? Yun
Yes.
nga lang, syempre,
Mas cautious na
sagot
sila
lang yung
ngayon.
kabila.
Cautious sila.
Diba? Na sobra namang... But of course, let's see what will happen next.
Abangan ng susunod na kabanata.
Attorney,
Abangan natin
clarify
ang
ko
susunod
lang
na
po.
kabanata dyan.
Clarify ko lang po, no? We're just actually voicing out yung mga naririnig namin. We are not here to side on one, on the Vice President or side sa kabila. Yung aming sinasabi rito is voicing out yung mga naririnig namin sa mga
Yes.
tao at nababasa namin. So thank you very much po.
Thank Attorney Vian, next time ulit at mukhang lahat po ng inyong mga kakilala ay nanonood sa atin ngayon. Nagko-comment po dito sa ating chatbox at happy
Okay,
sila
okay.
na mapanood kayo dito sa DZAS. Thank you Attorney Vian. God bless you, sir.
Thank you very
Next time
much.
ulit.
Thank you very much, Ma'am, at saka Bishop. Thank you. See you
po.
around.
Welcome.
Law Professor and Constitutional Law Lecturer si Attorney Vian Lawrence Gabato.